So this is for Mr. Frederick at Ummc. I want you to understand that I'm tired of playing games when it comes behind my mother's murder. With this email, with this video, you also received all the documentation that you would need to give me my mother's medical records. If Hope Ladner, that's not my mother's relative, can get records after my mother's murder from your hospital, because once a person is deceased, they don't have a guardian no more. So, with that being said, y'all have denied me my rights for my records. You, Frederick, you had me assaulted. You caused every problem that happened that day. You. And I'm asking Ummc, because this is going to go to them as well, to the main office. And right along with some other people it's going to go to. On the camera that day, they could pull it back. When we went out of the patient experience office to the records department, you held up a piece of paper like this while I was standing right here after telling me to put a mask on, and I told you no. It started going while I'm standing right beside you. Then I got no records. I got sent to my car because I had the birth certificate, my mother's birth certificate and her death certificate, the letter for the hearing letter that was notarized, and your piece of paper. I had to go back out to the car to get the identification. At that time, she says, I don't need your birth certificate. So since you don't need it, I just left it in the car. Then I went back. Now you want the birth certificate. Okay, I'm going back to the car. Yeah, I'm a little agitated, and you're following me around, and you're talking crap in my face after doing this right in front of my face, going like this, and it's on video at the hospital. That's how stupid you are. You started everything that happened at that facility that led me to be assaulted by Ummc Thugs. And I call them thugs because they were laughing. It was funny to them. My mother was murdered hours before she was supposed to return to me. My mother was tortured to her death. And I have the rights as her only daughter to get her records. You don't have a right to force me to put a muzzle on my face. 1, I have asthma. 2, I have first stages of COPD from smoking all my life. So you as a healthcare professional can't force me to restrict my oxygen. And because I agree not to, you can't go like this and cause me problems. You understand? And you did. I want the video from the time I arrived at your facility till I left to me being assaulted. That's added in here. Yesterday, prior to our conversation, y'all refused to send it to me in an email, my mother's medical records, but you could send it to a complete stranger that you never met, that never came into your organization with proper documentation through an email. I know this because I have the forward email proving that y'all gave my mother's medical records to somebody else. I have them already, but I'm forcing you to give them to me because I want to see if they match what Hope gave me. Because her brother works for your facility, I don't trust her. I don't trust her for the events that happened that led up to my mother's murder and the things that she said after. And her brother works for your facility. I also asked how authentic, and can I know the date that the test results were entered into your computer. That's when you flipped out on me. It started doing this. You need to follow me around and try to make a little scene. Like, you don't do that. I didn't come there for a problem. Just like I'm talking on this video, I talked to you in your face. Just like I talked to the lady previous to your facility. I really believe in a way that this is a semi-racial problem, because everybody that I dealt with that was rude to me that day, which is on your camera, are all black. And I find this to be a problem in Mississippi. I find this to be a big problem in Mississippi. I have been gone out of the state since my mother's murder, and I came back to handle what I have to handle. And I'm being assaulted with people who are laughing. People who are wearing masks. I don't trust people who wear masks at this point in time. So therefore, I don't trust you, Mr. Frederick, and you gave me all reasons, and you proved my theory to be right. When you had me assaulted and that lady tried to knock my phone out my hand to break it, it's on your camera at your front door. This will go to court one day about my mother's murder. And all the events that I had to deal with to get her records, all the abuse that I had to go through with all these different organizations and BS crap that I had to hear, will be addressed one day. So at this point in time, I'm telling you to back off, leave me alone, give me my records, and don't try to single me out, have me looked at, have me assaulted. I just want my mother's medical records. I asked y'all yesterday, let me send you everything I'm getting ready to send you in this email, which is my mother's birth certificate, my birth certificate, identification, her death certificate, the letter that's notarized, and your request form. Okay? You're going to have all that in this email with this video. And if I don't get my mother's medical records at the most peaceful way, without being singled out, harassed, or anything from this point on, then that's a whole nother issue that I will come against Ummc for. You're not going to treat me this way. You're not. Not after everything I've been through when it comes to my mother and her being murdered and the way she was. Another question I asked Ummc right before I end this video. If I am a guardian over somebody, okay, and I bring them to that hospital, and I don't bring them back for their appointments. Shoot, I wasn't even the guardian over Peter Barnett that had major heart surgery at that hospital. But I was listed as his next point of contact. Do you know, when he missed the visit, they called me and asked me 1,001 questions? Why didn't anybody, if there is a positive test result from your hospital, why didn't anybody contact until they figured out was my mother getting the proper care, considering she was under a conservatorship and in a state facility, state's care? That's the questions I asked you to throw a fit at me. These are legit questions I have the right to know the answers to. My mother was taken away from me and held against her will for over 20 years of her life. Almost 30, to be honest. I've never had my mother, and when I did, these people took her away and made me watch her die miserably and alone. So respect me when I ask for these things. I have a reason. And since you had your actions that you had, and already did what you did, and informed me that I have to be escorted anywhere because you did this, okay? I'm done playing games. I want respect, or I'm going to have to take further actions for what y'all have already done to me since I came back and asked just for my mother's medical records. Understand, y'all didn't do your end of the job. Why? Because it was a state facility. My mom was on Medicaid. It doesn't matter for somebody that doesn't have much. You didn't contact no guardians. You didn't do nothing. And you didn't report not bringing her back for any treatment. So I want answers, and I want them now. That is not asking you for too much. And if I can get on here and talk to you on this video after you have me assaulted like this, then why can't I walk into an establishment and not be messed with? I don't need no more drama. I don't need no more problems. I'm really beginning to think that this is a racial problem. And the videos will show who I dealt with that day. I want them from Ummc. So have them prepared. Don't say the camera didn't work. And don't say that you didn't see the lady laughing as she hit my hand trying to knock my phone out my hand. This is a serious problem. It's from race and this mask, and people think they can use these two things to be rude to other people when they had serious things happen to them in their lives. That right now, that's the last thing they need is your crap. Keep that shit at home. You want to be a real person, take the mask off your face. Let the people that you're talking to see who you are. Unless you're a liar hiding something behind that mask like you was that piece of paper going like this right in front of the people that are supposed to give me my mother's medical records. You caused all them problems. You had me assaulted. You should be escorted out and lose your damn job today. But that probably won't happen. Much love.
Come on, baby.
No, I feel threatened because I just walked in here to get medical records.
Come on.
And that guy right there called the security on me. And this lady just assaulted me.
I did assault you.
Yes, you did. You just touched my hand.
Man, the lady down out of here.
Bye.
So what is this for? Why are you touching me?
You can't video in here.
You can't touch me.
Bye.
You can't touch me.
You can't get what you need now because you acting up. Go ahead on out.
I didn't act up. I just walked in here.
Get out of here, man. Or you going to jail. Simple as that. Get out and go to jail.
Get out for coming to get medical records?
Go to jail.
I'm not going to jail.
Simple as that. Bye.
I'm not going to jail.
Bye.
I'm not going to jail.
Bye.
I'm going.
Hey.
Yeah, I do. You put your hands on me. You assaulted me. I'm having you arrested. I did nothing wrong. There's cameras inside the lobby. I didn't do anything. I'm having you arrested for assault.
Yeah, done the show for y'all. Damn good show. Like if I start a bit, if I get promoted, say I get hired by a company, I'm a CEO, right? Yeah. And it's a bunch of liberals in there, right? I'm pro-life, I'm conservative over here. I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna get the feeling situation. You wearing a Black Lives Matter t-shirt, you're fired. Gay Lives Matter? Get the hell out of here.
Gay lives matter.
Yeah. All lives matter.
Yeah, so like
I don't want to be in that toxic environment.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Now,